Hey, you're getting your daily dose of LoweTivation. This is Matt Lowe, and this is episode 45, titled Self-Destruction. So first of all, my voice is extra deep, I feel like, right now. I didn't go through puberty today, I don't think. No, I just woke up from a nap. I'm an old man. I've been working overtime all week, and I want to hang out with some friends. And so I don't pass out while I'm hanging out with them. I took a nap, and that explains why maybe I might have some eye boogers, and maybe why my eyes are bloodshot, and maybe why I'm being weird. Look at that tan, ugh. Anyway, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're having a good weekend, if it is your weekend, and if it's not, I hope you make it to your actual weekend with a good attitude and good fortune. But today, I was thinking about, well, I wasn't thinking about it until I talked to a good friend of mine. Shout out, Bill Joseph. What's up? Anyway, he was talking to me about patterns and being self-destructive, which he witnesses when I talk to him, and a lot of people actually do. It's a big problem. It's something that should be focused on that I haven't focused on for a very long time throughout my life. And a lot of people are self-destructive. You might not notice it, or you might think that it's okay because maybe you do it in a joking sense, such as myself. And it's pretty crazy. It started off where I would be self-destructive in certain things that I would do, like overeating, drinking alcohol, whatever it was, just punishing myself in certain ways because I felt like I deserved it. And then also just verbally negative. Remember that evil twin I was talking about? He's pretty rude. And for the most part, all my life, I held that inside. I was very rude to myself. I'd break myself down. I'd talk all this shit. And it was just so negative. And then I started to become a jokester. And I would play around with people. I noticed it made them happy. And it made me happy to make others happy. But on the inside, I was not happy at all. And when I was alone, or just on the inside of my mind, it was like I was in a prison and the evil twin took over and was just being a dick. And at a certain point, I let this evil twin take over so much that it kind of started slipping into my jokes. So when I was younger, I got bullied for my weight in school a few times, and they really sucked at it. These bullies, you know, they're obviously going through their own issues. They're probably self-destructive themselves, and they take it out on other people, and that's how they do it. I noticed they just sucked at it though. They made fun of me and they just weren't that great. And I was like, you know what? I make up way worse shit inside of my head about myself than they do in front of all these people. You know what? From now on, I'm gonna do it to myself, make people laugh, and take that power away from them. And it did work. In fact, I would make them laugh, and a lot of times I would end up becoming friends with them. And I think what it is, honestly, over the years I've noticed that being self-destructive, even verbally showing that, people feel that pain, I feel like. They feel you tearing yourself apart. For instance, it's a lot of fat jokes and just a lot of negative things towards myself. And as I got older, it just got worse and worse. So people laugh because a lot of it is funny, and comedy is good medicine to deal with negative stuff, but not when you're making it worse and you're tearing yourself down so bad or tearing down someone else. So a lot of the times, more recently, I would notice, and I'm trying to break out of the habit, but I do a lot of, you know, negative jokes towards myself, or just rip myself apart in front of people. That evil twin is now on the outside, you know, just tearing me apart. And I started noticing it because people will point it out. Like, it would be so bad. I would tear myself down so bad that even strangers, when they would hear the jokes, they would laugh because it's silly, but at the same time, they're like, bro, it's almost like you're witnessing someone bully someone else, but I'm like bullying myself. And so people, strangers, even friends, family, whatever, they'd step in and be like, dude, stop. You're not that fat, or it's not that bad, or come on, man. So that's very self-destructive. There's different ways to be self-destructive. I notice that being self-destructive, when you do it over a long period of time, mine started from when I was young. I've had certain family members or certain situations that made me feel like I wasn't good enough. And no matter what I did, I couldn't win that person's love or this person's love. And it just carried on into adulthood where I just felt like I wasn't good enough for anybody, and no matter what I did, it just wasn't perfect, and I need to do better next time. It doesn't matter if I get straight A's, somehow I need to figure out how to get extra credit and go beyond that. I need to be the best of the best, and if I'm not, then what the hell am I doing? So that's something that my friend today, when we were talking, helped point out, and something that I need to analyze and definitely work on, because that's negative, that's wrong, and I am good enough, and I am trying my hardest. So, like I said, being self-destructive, especially if you've been doing it since you were young, it's kind of like driving in a car and you've been going the same route all your life. So sometimes you're an autopilot, sometimes you notice it's happening, but you're like, this is the route that I've been taking since I was a child. You know, I go down the road of being negative about myself, of using some sort of a vice to punish myself when I don't accomplish a goal, or when I fail at anything, or if I tell myself I'm a failure. You know, just go home, drive that route of eating all that food, of drinking all that alcohol, whatever it is that you do to be self-destructive. It's something that sort of becomes an autopilot thing. And you're driving down that road and you think it's okay. And I think a lot of the times, you know, if you're depressed, things aren't working out, you're like, shit. Just like I would step in and punish myself in front of these bullies, because I'm like, you know what, they're gonna punish me anyways, fuck it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it hardcore, because I deserve that shit, and that is wrong. You don't deserve to drive down that road, I don't deserve to drive down that road, and it's hard not to take that road because you think you have to, but there is another road. And if you work hard and you try to go down it, and just an inch at a time, I know that eventually you'll break the habit. You'll recognize when you're turning off and going back towards that other path. And I know that working on things, because of all the other things like my anger, depression, everything like that, I know it's possible. And so the self-destructive thing is something huge. I still do it with food right now. I'm not perfect. You know, I have people message me, they're like, what are you eating? What's the special diet? Whatever. I'm not on one yet. I'm still going to go see a nutritionist. I've kind of like been busy and not making that a priority. I have that appointment this week. And since this journey has started, I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't punished myself and eaten really shitty food or a whole bunch of food while watching Netflix or whatever. I'm still working on my goals every day, but those habits are something that needs to be recognized and worked on over time, just like all the other things that I'm working on, and I'm recognizing that, and I'm glad that I have friends that recognize when I'm being self-destructive in other ways. And so it's something I'm gonna work on, and if you're self-destructive, recognize that. People will tell you, your loved ones that care about you eventually will tell you, and if no one's telling you, and your life's not going the way that you want it to go, you need to look at that, because you might be self-destructive, and you might be destroying things because you think you don't deserve to get what you want, or you don't deserve to fix your life, and that's wrong. You're worth it. You're worth going down that new path to be happy. You just gotta work at it. Come with me. We'll carpool. We'll carpool down the lane of fixing ourselves and being way happier, and it's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna be a road trip, but I got snacks, I got encouragement, and we're gonna make it there, okay? Me and you. You got this, you're worth it. Whatever that evil twin's telling you is bullshit. So, no more of this self-destructive stuff, but also, don't become self-destructive if you do some self-destructive shit. It's a circle. You just gotta notice it, gotta recognize it, gotta start working on it. But you're worth it, you deserve to be happy. Let's go down that path towards not being self-destructive, and let's be happy.